Welcome and happy Monday to the Wildly Whimsical Crafting Loft. This is Debbie again, and I have what I think is a wonderful whimsical idea. It's all about the girls today. I have a lot of girlfriends and we do lunch and things, and I love a place to keep the pictures. So this is a great little idea that I think is great for the teens and the tweens, as well as the adults. But let me get started and show you how to make this little photo keeper. Anyways, you can see the first thing is that it looks like a purse. And it is. I made this cut using a Cricut, and I cut it at a size 8. But you can make yours any size that you want and use any embellishment that you want. If you don't have a Cricut, you can simply cut a piece of paper here and a half moon, and then what you do, if I can get that on there, what you do is you just attach it that way. And so you can make a purse whether you have a Cricut or not. I, however, used my Cricut to cut mine, and I cut my purse at 8. And so the reason that we're doing that is we're going to insert an envelope and make this a little photo keeper. So the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to start with your envelope. And I use just a standard size mailing envelope of a manila envelope. You can use any size that you want. You can also use a regular envelope that you just mail your letters in. But I chose to use this because it's a little sturdier. So let's get started on what you need to do to put this thing together. Well, the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to cut 2 of these purses out. You'll need a front and a back. And the reason why is you don't want the manila envelope showing on the back side. So the first thing that we're going to notice when we go to put this project together, for mine, the envelope was a little larger than my purse at the top. So what you want to do is you want to trim that off. And you're going to make it fit the size of purse that you have. Once you have cut that off of there, you can get rid of that. You don't need that no more. You're going to go ahead and you're going to glue that purse to this. Now, I might make a note here. I took my flaps off. I don't like the flaps on there, so you can cut those off. And once you cut those off, just to give it a little more decorative element, what you might do is take some of your little designer shears like this and just cut. So that just makes it a little prettier when they put their hand in there instead of just such a straight line. So go ahead and cut that and get that out of your way. Now, once you have all that done and you've glued all this together, and I would suggest cutting it before you glue it. Once you have it on there, your purse should look a lot like this on the back. Then what you're going to do is you're going to glue the back to that. So let me show you mine here, and this is what it's going to look like in the back. You can see that the front and the back, there is no envelope shown. That's the reason you want to put that back on there, so that it doesn't show. So once you have that done, you're ready to move on to the next step. And the next step is to make these cute little inserts that are going to hold your pictures, because I like to give them room to put pictures that they want of anything that they want, but I also like to give them a place to mount things. And so this makes a great little mount for that. And let me show you how that is made. You're simply going to start out, and you may have seen this in the other tutorial that I did on making these. You can start out with a strip of paper, and for a video I only use 4. But when you're talking about giving gifts to somebody, you can use 6, 8, or 10. It's entirely up to you. So cut your strip of paper and make it the width that you'd like. Fold your paper in half like this. You're going to fold it in half like this. And then what you want to do is you want to bring this flap up just like this. Flip that over and fold that flap down. And that's going to give you an accordion. So it's going to fold, and you want it to be able to fold. The next thing that you'll need to do after you do that is you're going to want to make these little mounts for their pictures to sit on. And so you're going to need to make these little squares. And what I do is I make them slightly smaller than the actual thing here. You don't want to run your paper up in here because it makes it too hard to fold. But you do want to leave some framing on there. And it looks like a little cute frame for them to mount their pictures on. The next thing that you will need to do is I would suggest that you make a couple of tags for them to add some journaling so that they'll know what they have in that little mini. And so I just made a couple little tags. These were pre-made tags, and I added some ribbon. I try to add ribbon to my tags whenever I'm inserting them anywhere because it just makes it easier for them to get them in and out. So once you've got all that done, then you can embellish the front. And what I did was I added a little mirror and I added some glasses, and these are all from the Cricut kit called Forever Young. And then I made a flower in the front and made a little latch here at the top, and then added a cute little butterfly. And then I also added these little pocket holders here on the front. I thought they were really cute and whimsical. Added a little bit to put on top of that pocket. Now that you've got the front decorated, you're ready to insert your gear work that you did, all your little playthings that you made. So you can either open up your purse like this and glue this in here like this. I don't. It's harder to fold up and get it in there if you do that. Let me show you how I do it. What I do is I take and I just fold them just like this. And then what I did on the very bottom was I added another tag with an embellishment. Because when I fold that over, it's going to give them a little pull. So when they get inside that purse, they're going to be able to get a hold of this a lot better. And so once you've got that made, go ahead and insert that right down in your purse. And you're going to be able to see what I mean? Once they put their hand in there, that's easier to pull out than just trying to grab a flat piece of paper. So go ahead and put that inside your purse, now that you've got that made. Put that in there. Slide that way down in there. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put these cute little tags. And like I told you, I always leave the ribbon on there because it makes it easier for them to get out of there. Then you're going to want to go ahead and put your tags in there. Make sure you slide those tags way down in there so that the ribbon work doesn't show, kind of stick out the bottom. And so now that you have that all in there, you have a great little idea to give to somebody. They can actually hang this up on their door, or they can lay it flat, whatever they like. I think it's just a whimsical idea. And as you can see, once you put your hand in there, you can grab all these cute little things by getting a hold of those little ribbons and pulling that right out. And then the next thing is when she puts her hand in there, she'll have a little pull to grab up all the little fold-outs that she's placed in there. And once she folds it out, she'll be able to take a look at those, anytime she wants. Anyway, this is my idea for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for coming by the Wildly Whimsical Crafting Loft. Go out and be creative today. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.